It's going right now. Now we're live.
Let's see here. Going to pause the video. What up, YouTube? We're back. We're in our new home now. We got a home base, beautiful store, beautiful layout, you know. Yes, sir. We got a lot of other inventory right now on the floor. We just did a humongous inventory update, and we got so many more guns coming into the store now and on the shelf between handguns, long guns, rifles, shotguns, home defense guns. We ordered so much stuff. Our shelves are going to be packed, and it's all coming in within the next couple of days too. So we're super pumped about this location and how everything's coming out, and it's given us the space and the freedom to be able to do stuff like this and bring people onto a live. So don't mind me. I'm going to be kind of, chiming in onto this chat here on the laptop and trying to answer some questions. If you guys have questions, concerns, anything like that, feel free to ask away. And we're going to try to give you guys the best possible SC arms that we have ever given anybody before. So feel free to tap in, chime in, ask some questions away. Thank you. I appreciate it, bro. It was a lot of work. The past 5 months has been a insane roller coaster between going back and forth with permitting and site plan approvals and inspections and licensing and all this stuff, man. We got so much stuff that we had to do this past 5 months. So it's a lot. Thank you, everybody. Adam, Penguin, Frosty, I appreciate it, man. Big Boy, what's going on, man? Nice to have you guys here. It's awesome, man. We're gonna be, as we're in this spot and progressing, we're going to be doing a lot of new things and trying to figure out how we can keep our wheels moving here and giving you guys inventory updates and doing some cool live streams. I wish we can do, firearm sale stuff, but unfortunately I don't think we can with like YouTube and Instagram and all that good stuff. But, maybe there's a way down the road we can figure stuff out. But, we want to be able to give you guys just up-to-date info and information, any new gigs that we got coming up or events and stuff like that. So make sure to just tap into our YouTube, subscribe to our channel. We're going to be doing a lot here now that we have a new home base and a beautiful 7,000 square foot bank that was built in 1890. So we got a lot of cool stuff in here. Don't forget the grand opening party. We are having a huge event May 16th here. We're planning on doing the event from 12 to 6. We're going to get some visuals up and, we're going to get like a formal invite, to the general public out there on social media and stuff. We're going to post them, email them, all that good stuff. We're just working out a few more kinks with our local police department here in Jamesburg and the town, just to coordinate the, the road closure and figure out what we need for the vendors and the food trucks and stuff. But we're planning to have a humongous event. We're going to have food trucks, DJs, music, giveaways. We're going to probably give away a few guns during the event too. We're going to have awesome sales. We got all new swag, shirts, hats, and tank tops and everything pretty much ready for the summer. We are going to have probably anywhere between 4 to 7 UFC fighters here. There's going to be a table set up for them. They're going to be doing autographs and photos and hanging out, just catching cool vibes. We're going to have a lot of people here, and anybody and everybody's welcome. So there's going to be a lot of really, really cool stuff, man.
Someone said, will the website be up and running?
Yes, the website will be up and running. The website is up and running right now too. Inventory. So the website is up and running now. If you go to scarms.com, you can do full shopping right on our website too. And I know our inventory guys right now If they didn't do it already, they will be doing it, and it should be linked and up within the next few days. Anything that we have in store on the shelf will also be linked to our online website. So if it's something that's super allocated and you can't get from normal distributors and stuff, if we got it, it's going to be linked to our website, and you will be able to purchase it right off of our site and click the either in-store purchase item or drop ship. If you're John Smith and you live out in Indiana and you want to purchase a gun from us, we'll drop ship it right to your local FFL, and it's done right through our website. So
you want me to read them to you?
Yeah, go ahead. I got Max, my videographer here, and
I feel like it's probably easier, but I don't have a mic, but I think they can hear me.
No, Mike, but they definitely hear. So he's going to help us out with questions and stuff too. So
someone said they used to bank here.
Yeah, it used to be. It started its life as a First National Bank, and the building in general was super, super cool. And then eventually, it was supposed to be an animal hospital. I mean, it was a PNC bank. I think a Bank of America too, if I'm not mistaken. But it used to be banks, and then it was supposed to be an animal hospital, and then we turned it over, and then we turned it into this beautiful piece of art here. So we got a lot of cool stuff here.
Frosty Surge said, did any of the firearm instructors sign up with you guys to host classes?
We had a ton of emails. We still got to go through emails as far as stuff, and we're trying to figure out a schedule of what to do and what to offer for people. So my goal is, we have a classroom here. We have a beautiful facility. We have a gorgeous showroom. I want to be able to host stuff for everybody and anybody. We want to do every kind of class possible. Stop the bleeds, EMT stuff, firearm safety, firearm cleaning, firearm assembly, child safety. I want to offer classes for kids as young as the age of 6 and 7 that can be accompanied with parents, and teach them the importance of firearm safety, especially in a household too, especially with parents that have guns and children. We want to be able to teach all that stuff to everybody, and we want to bring any and every kind of instructor on board here. So we'd love to host, as well as we're going to have our own instructors over the course as we get started here in our new location.
Someone said, rapid fire classes.
Rapid fire classes. Yeah, that's definitely.
What is that?
One day when we get a range or something like that, we'll probably be able to do it. I think it would be a home run for sure, but unfortunately, we don't have a range here in this facility right now. So
that's why we have to do the outside shooting.
We will be doing outside stuff and live feeds and all that good stuff.
Ask them, tell them what I was saying to her, see if they would want to see you shoot specific guns at the
range. So I mean, Max said and brought up, if we wanted to do a live feed and you guys wanted to see us shoot a certain type of firearm or shoot certain type of ammo and stuff like that, we want to do everything and anything for anybody. So the gun collector tapped in. Dude, what's up, man? Thanks for tapping in, bro. That's awesome. Love your stuff, by the way. Is Pfeiffer going to be here? As far as I know, Pfeiffer is going to be here. He's actually supposed to stop in tomorrow, and we will, bulletproof the, pencil in and get people locked in for that date, because we have a lot of planning to do besides food and DJs and all that good stuff. So we really want to get like a window that we will have these guys here, to do photos and autographs and just hang out with the general public too. So, there is a lot of UFC guys out there that are huge gun guys, and they're collectors, they're average shooters, they're competition shooters. So we'd love to have a bunch of those guys here to be able to share their experience with you in the firearms world, as long as the UFC world too. So, there's a lot of cool things. Mike, what's going on, brother? Nice to see you. Did any of the firearm instructors? We already did that. Blah blah blah. Stopped in yesterday, and the store is beautiful. We appreciate that, man. We busted our ass hardcore just to get this place to look the way that it does, and we're hoping to give you guys a ton of inventory and a ton of really cool stuff, and do a lot of cool stuff for the public here. So, John, what's up, brother? Polska, Polish power to my Polish brothers. Man, I can't believe the gun collector, bro. That guy's awesome. And as far as like moving forward too, right? Where our general hours are gonna be Monday through Saturday. Um, we are currently Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is a 10 to 6 hour. Thursdays and Fridays we're 12 to 7, and then Saturday we are 10 to 5. We are open as of now. I know I haven't really like made it official as far as the grand opening, like the dates and all that stuff, but we are technically soft open. And then what I mean by soft open is we're just open normal business hours right now, and we're working through all of our kinks, the way that we have everything set up to see if it's going to work with, the computers and the ordering system and the layout of the store, if we need to tweak a few things. So that's kind of like what I mean by soft open. So we're just, trying to make everything as seamless and as smooth as possible for everybody, for a great shopping experience. We have an awesome showroom layout too. I don't know, for the guys that've been here before already, or if you haven't been here, did you have to stop down? The showroom is amazing. We created a high-end vault room too inside the original vault that was in here, and it's just got a really, really cool feel to it. So we're going to be doing a lot of cool stuff.
What about a basement range?
Basement range. I mean,
lesson.
listen, it could be possible. I know there's motions and stuff that we have to do with the township, as far as easements and walkthroughs and safety issues and egresses and stuff like that. So I'm sure it's possible, but that's a road we'll cross later on down the road. For right now, we're in here, we're open. I need to recoup a lot. It costs a lot to get this place rocking and rolling, but it's all worth it, and it's all for you guys. So, my mind is right now is just giving you guys the best shopping experience, give you the most inventory in New Jersey as far as firearms goes, and the number one customer service you have ever seen in a gun store. So, would love to have anybody down here. Will we have any Nighthawks in stock? Yes, we are an authorized Nighthawk dealer, so we do have some stuff here. If not, we will be getting more. So we'll be carrying a lot of stuff.
Maybe an you see that one? Maybe an SC Arms Gun Club.
My rifle takes some classes, a group to go to. So we have talked about stuff like that with my team before. There's a lot of different options when it comes to I guess like a gun club or something like that. Is there incentives to things? Yeah, sure. We can give you some kind of, membership program. If, you buy into a membership, you get a discount off or something like that. A lot of people do that. I just don't know if that's the route that I want to go to. I've always been the type of person that I want something super exclusive or do something that no one's ever done. And I kind of want to stick behind that. I just don't want to do what everybody else does, because it feels very cookie cutter to me.
You want to wait till it's time and let it.
Yeah, like I want to get this this ball rolling here and let my brain actually cook now. It took me a lot to design this place, but I did it all up here. With the help of all these people that came and helped me build this place out. We're going to do a huge shout out to them maybe at the end of this video, to everybody to help put this thing together. But that's kind of like where I'm at right now. I just want to keep it super exclusive.
Varco said, is anyone able to walk into the vault, or is it asked to look or VIP access?
So the vault is there, right? The vault is behind the glass door. So it's not generally open to the general public, right? Because we have to pass our state police inspections and all that stuff. So because there are firearms inside the vault on a rack system, it has to be behind a locked door. So anytime anybody enters that VIP room or the high-end vault room, you have to be accompanied by an employee. Obviously have to have a firearms ID card to be able to handle firearms in the state of New Jersey. So they will bring you into that room, and you'll get a one-on-one experience. You'll be able to see and touch and feel, the high-end guns that we have in that room too. So it is geared off of a one-on-one experience.
So why a bank, Derek?
Why a bank? So the reason why a bank is because of security, right? Like, this place was already built to be a bomb shelter, right? This was at one point an authorized nuclear fallout shelter, and it does have a bunker underground, and it's super cool. We might do something with that later on down the road, but that's still here. And everything about these old buildings, especially how old this building was and how well it was built, it's solid concrete, it's solid brick, it's solid clay block. I mean, it would take a serious tank or multiple missiles to blow through these walls. Like it's not something that anybody could just break in. And I'm proud of that. I've always been about security, and anybody that's been following me for the past 13 years of being in business, when I was in my Spotswood location, somebody tried breaking into my store, and I went above and beyond, trying to get the windows and the glass secure with bulletproof tinting and stainless steel sheathing behind the doors and metal roll down and cages, and just going above and beyond, because A, it's firearms in the state of New Jersey. Two, they're my inventory, it's my belongings, and nobody should be able to break into your building. If you take the time and ensure that it's safe and secure, you sleep better at night knowing that it's this fortified. And when I tell you this building is fortified, it is fortified. I mean, in between our floors, going from the basement to the top, is solid concrete and wire mesh. So good luck. Good luck.
Someone just had another comment. You could read it. It's kind of
Have you been greeted by the residents of Jamesburg? Have you had any backlash or negative comments? How are you handling so far? And if not only you, but your staff is well educated. Township of Jamesburg has been super, super receptive and positive of me being here, right? Because this building was vacant since like 2018, 2019. Nothing was here. The building was stagnant, overgrown. There was nothing here. There was a bum living in the bushes on the side of the building. We had to, unfortunately, evict him. I told him he could come back if he pays me rent, and I'll build him a little help back there. But the town of Jamesburg in general has been super, super awesome. Everything from the local businesses here that can't wait for us to come in, our next door neighbors, people that live here or across the street. There's such nice people, and this area has changed tremendously. If you've never been into Jamesburg before, the general area here it almost feels like a lake town, right? Because right down the street, we got this giant lake, and it's called Thompson Park, Thompson Lake. And there's a huge, huge park there where people travel just to go to that park. They used to have a zoo there. People go there for biking, skateboarding, roller skating, bring the kids there. They got like a little beachfront area, volleyball. And everybody locally here, you get so much foot traffic, walking traffic,
I mean, even the
bicycle
cars
traffic.
driving by, I could see them right now.
The amount of traffic here is tremendous, and our building stands out. I mean, if you ever drive through Jamesburg and you see the way that we did the building, and especially at night, we went above and beyond, and this building looks tremendous even at night when it's all lit up. So, in general, the general public here in Jamesburg have been super, super nice, and they're thankful that we're here, because we're going to be bringing a lot of business to town, especially all these local restaurants and stuff. And we did have a couple negative comments and, negative people walking up and down the street. They're like, oh, it's a gun store. It's a gun store. Like, listen, I get it, right? Guns may not be for everybody, but we're a legal store. We're federally and state licensed. We're a beautiful facility. We're super safe. 90% of our business is with law enforcement and government agencies.
There's a police station down the street.
There's a police station right down the street. This is an old bank. It's super secure. There's, we do what we can, and we're just at the end of the day, we're just another business. We just happen to sell guns and ammo and a good service. So, I hope that answers your question.
Are there any guns that you guys got in or that are coming up that you're interested in or excited about?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a lot of new releases as far as firearms that are coming out right now too. I know Canik is dropping their Radiant Series 2 that everybody's been hyped about. We will get them. They should be shipping sometime middle to end of May, I think, before dealers start seeing them. Some people might get like a quick one or two, out there just to get the wheels turning, but we will get those. during our grand opening party too, there's going to be a ton of people. Staccato is coming here for the grand opening party. So if you're in the market for a Staccato, please come out. We're going to have a ton of inventory here. We're going to have the Staccato reps, so you can really put your hands on these awesome guns, and you can see what they have and what's coming out. There's going to be a ton of swag and giveaways going. So it's going to be really, really cool.
Robert Sears said, still going to do Cerakote?
So 1 million people ask me about Cerakoting. I've been doing Cerakoting for so long now that it's not that I don't want to do it. It's I kind of want to really focus on retail, marketing, expanding, networking, and stuff like that. So that takes a lot of my time. I can train anybody to do Cerakoting. It's not an extremely difficult task, but when it comes to Cerakoting, it's an art. It's a form of art, and it takes time to have that knowledge to be able to put that onto a gun, right? So anytime I Cerakoted, I stood behind my product. Like, I went above and beyond. If I'm putting my name on it as far as Cerakoting, I wouldn't let it leave my door if it didn't look perfect. If it wasn't 110%, it would not leave my door, because that's my name on the end of the day. Like, I painted your gun, or I painted your part, or I custom Cerakoted something. It's got to stand behind me. So
would you do custom build Cerakoting?
Yeah.
Maybe
I thought about doing and bringing something back too. So the collab world right now is a big piece of business right now. So if I do something like that, I'm probably going to do, small little custom drops with all these collab companies, and just do, one-off limited Cerakote pieces, or something cool, something engraved.
more
But
like as an artist, and like making
more
something
towards the artist actual sector, not just towards just the
like
general
service
public
provider. Like,
Cerakoter. So
yeah.
I don't know yet. I'm leaving that up in the air, just because I really want to get focused on building this place up, getting the wheels turning, get the customers here, and let this be, a piece of Jamesburg and a brand new location in New Jersey that people would love to come to and drive to and enjoy this area, man. Because if you come to my store, dude, don't only come to my store, come to downtown Jamesburg and really see the stuff that they got here. They got great restaurants, great food. Take a walk down to the waterfall in the park right down the street. There's just so much to do in downtown Jamesburg. It's just a great location, man. So seriously, come on down.
You get a few more comments.
A lot of seniors. Yes, there is a lot. There is a lot of seniors in the area here. There are a lot of 50+ communities. Monroe is very, very big for that. So the senior citizen clientele is up there for sure. But they are awesome people. They've been around for a long time, and love having them here. So that is a good thing. The new and bigger store, would you be looking for more workers in the future? Yes, we 100% will. Right now, we got a good crew. We are slowly, figuring out different.
You literally just opened a few days ago too.
Like,
so
we're literally figuring out, what goes where, who does what. Everybody has duties and tasks and stuff like that. And as we progress and grow, there is going to be new and added positions here, because obviously we're going to be doing a lot more. I put out a listing for an e-com guy. We got an insane amount of resumes and applications for somebody to run our e-com site, to be able to do all the marketing and compliance work and stuff like that, because we're really going to be focusing towards that. So I'm super busy with that portion now, but God willing, if we're super busy, we got a beautiful, flow of traffic here all the time, and it calls for another salesperson or something like that, we will hire, and we will bring more people here. So right now we got an awesome crew between our gunsmiths, our inventory guys, our sales guys, our secretaries. We have an awesome crew, but we will be doing more 100%. So if you have any other questions, feel free. I'll hang out here probably for a few more minutes, answer a few more things for you guys, and give you some more info on what's coming up and what we got going on. And I hope to do this a little bit more. Maybe we'll try to get back into the swing of things. Maybe do this once a week or a couple times a month. I don't know. We'll see what works, what doesn't work, and hope to plan some cool stuff for you guys.
I think we could definitely do live stream.
Yeah.
Especially
I'd like to link it to to like
we gotta
Instagram,
we'd have to treat
Facebook,
it like a show.
Yeah.
Like right now with everyone on here and stuff. I mean, there's a decent amount of people too, but
how many people we got today?
It was up to like 20 something. It's
Nice.
pretty good for not being on YouTube for
for a while.
months.
We got off of YouTube for a while.
Derek was
ripping
getting the store
videos
together.
and then ripping videos, and then we kind of just went stagnant because we were building out the place. But we're back and we're coming back strong. So when does the grand opening event start? So the grand opening event is going to be May 16th. It is going to be a Saturday, and our projected hours are going to be from 12 to 6. We are trying to work with the town right now to just make sure we could block off the side road here because we're going to have some car clubs that are coming. Like, for example, Central New Jersey Ferrari, they're going to bring out a couple cars. We're trying to work out with local car clubs too, bring out some cool cars. We're going to have food vendors. We're going to have an outdoor DJ. We're going to have local businesses. If you live in Jamesburg, you have a business in Jamesburg, I want people to come out and set up a little table, hand out business cards, and just mingle with all the customers too. So that'll be good for everybody. I'm in need of a 3.5 Prodigy compact. I believe we have some Prodigies on the shelf. If not, check our online website and see if we have them available in our warehouse. If not, stop down at the store and one of our sales guys can look it up for you and we can order the correct one that you want too. But I know we have some Prodigies on the floor right now, so you could at least put it in your hand so you can get a feel of like the grip and all that good stuff. So how would you direct somebody on a handgun purchase when there are two different manufacturers the buyer is interested in? So our sales guys are really directed towards not just selling you on the gun, right? Because that's not our goal here. If you've never purchased a gun, or if you have a permit, blah blah blah, they're not just going to push a gun because it's here on the shelf. They're going to explain the firearm to you. They're going to show you the differences between 2, 3, 4, 5 manufacturers, and put every single gun in your hand that you're looking at and explain to you the pros and the cons of each firearm. Essentially, at the end of the day, it's got to be comfortable in your hand, but you don't always know how comfortable that firearm is going to be in your hand if you don't shoot it. If you don't actually go to a range and shoot it, you're never going to know, right? So in my store, we don't want to sell you a gun just because it feels comfortable in your hand. We will direct you to either go to a local range. There's a million ranges in New Jersey that offer rental guns. Go rent a few of these guns, put something in your hand, and shoot it and see how you feel. The reason for that is it may feel comfortable in the store, but once you go to the range and you're shooting that gun and it's recoiling in your hand, maybe it's going to hurt your thumb. Maybe it's going to hurt your wrist. Maybe it doesn't feel comfortable. I always say, pick a gun out, rent a gun, pick something in 2, 3 different calibers and shoot the same target at the same distance and take notes. Hey, I shot this 9mm Smith EZ and I got all my bullets in a circle at 15 yards like this. Then I rented a Glock 40 caliber and I got all my bullets in a pattern like this, so that maybe you don't shoot well with a 40, but you shoot better with a 9. These are the things that you want to do when you're buying a handgun, especially if you're not familiar with firearms or just a first-time buyer in general. Rent, try something before you buy it. And the reason for that is we live in New Jersey. In order to buy a handgun, you have a pistol permit.
Yeah, it takes a while sometimes.
You got to do a background check. You got to apply for your pistol permits. Then you have to execute the permit when you buy it. But then if you buy it and you bring it to the range and you shoot it and you hate it, it's not just, okay, I'm going to bring it back. Now you just lost your permit. You have to wait 30 days to do another background check on another gun if you have another active permit. And that's just a whole delay process that doesn't need to happen if you just slow it down, take your time, and just rent some stuff out and try it. There's plenty of ranges in New Jersey that offer rental guns first. I strongly suggest doing that. And then when you're ready, if you choose us to come shopping here and buy a gun, we'd love to have you. But there's a lot of gun stores in New Jersey that have guns in inventory that do the rent to buy stuff or whatever. But that's what we suggest when you come to being a first time buyer. You should give away an SC Arms carpet. Also, will you ever open up a range? Carpet, maybe I'll do something on down the road with the carpet stuff.
That'll be when the
maybe some exclusive, maybe
merch and
maybe if you guys drop some some donations in the chat or something like that, I'll be able to do some limited carpets and stuff. A range has always been my thought in my head, but I don't want an indoor range. I never wanted an indoor range just because I don't really like the built up cloud of lead and smell. I don't really feel comfortable shooting at an indoor range because you never know who you're shooting with, right? And I just love the outdoors, whether it's hot, whether it's cold. I love shooting outdoors. It's just a different feel. So my goal for New Jersey was to always find an outdoor range and do 1,000-yard outdoor range somewhere in New Jersey, and do like a limited private membership club or something like that. Now, the only obstacle in New Jersey is finding land for a great price that's not wetlands. That's the hardest thing in the world, or if it's not super far. I'm trying to find something here. So if you guys know anybody that lives somewhere in this area and it's sitting on some good land and you want to sell it for a good price, definitely throw them my way, because I'd definitely be interested to get something like that done. And my friend Max is brewing up a land shop page too that he's been working on in the back end for a while too. So especially if people are looking for land, if you want to buy, sell, trade, stuff like that, he's got a really, really cool page that's coming out very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. And show out to Max for helping me yesterday. Very professional, knowledgeable, and personal. Max is a tremendous, tremendous addition to SC Arms, and he is very knowledgeable, very respectful, and kudos to Max, dude. He's top notch. You can rent at Recoil Gun Club or Union Gun Club. Recoil does not do rentals. I know Union Hill Gun Club does rentals. They also have a store in there. They do training there as well. I don't know if they're open yet because I know they just recently had a fire. And I know they're working through the motions of getting that stuff back up and running too. But when they do open back up, definitely go check them out. They have rental guns there for sure that I know. Recoil does not.
Where else can you rent guns near here?
I think there's like RTSP, shooters. What are the other gun clubs? Like Gun for Hire, they have a huge rental department. So there's a lot of stores and ranges in New Jersey that offer rental guns. So a lot of places for you to go, whether it's north, south. If you go down south, go stop by Short Shot, tell them we sent you. The guy Kyle and his team over there, they're awesome as well. I believe there's We Shoot down there in South Jersey too. They also rent. So there's a lot of places around New Jersey where they offer rental guns. Go spend some money there, man. Go put some guns in your hand. Go shoot some different guns and calibers, and then have fun, yeah. And then when you're ready to shop with us, and you found the gun that you rented and did it, come see us. If not, I'm not going to be upset if you bought another gun from another place. But we also have other things here like eyes, ears, targets, accessories, gear. We offer gunsmithing services, cleaning services.
Classes coming soon.
Classes coming soon. We're going to be doing so many different cool classes. We're going to be hosting events here and giveaways, So there's going to be a lot of really cool stuff that we offer here. If you don't buy guns from us, man, if you shop at other stores, by all means, dude, shop at other stores. That's what they're here for. It gives you options in New Jersey. We are not upset that you shop at other stores, and we will never be upset that you shop at other stores. So What else do we got? What's your go-to concealed carry and overall go-to handgun? So I made a video about this on YouTube. My go-to right now is the Bodyguard 2.0. Ever since that gun came out, and I've carried every single gun out there, 43Xs, 19Xs, staccatos, and 226s and everything. And over the course of my carry career, say, right, um, I always felt that the bigger, bulkier guns always tend to get in the way, especially over time. And I do a lot of moving, picking up, running around, going here, going to the store, this, that, blah, blah, blah. When I was carrying the bigger, bulkier gun, it just eventually got uncomfortable, right? And I know holsters play a big part, right? If you have the right holster, you have the right setup, the right belt, that could alleviate some of the issues. But I've had all those things. And anytime I went into the subcompact line, it got easier to carry and more comfortable to carry. And I think besides the Bodyguard 2.0, the Glock 43X was probably my longest carry. And I've been carrying that for quite some time. But once I got that Bodyguard 2.0 and I put that thing in a leather holster and I put it on my hip, I almost forgot that it was there. That's how comfortable it is. And you could wear that with anything, not just jeans, sweatpants, shorts, your underwear if you want. If you run around in your skivvies, it's whatever you want to do. It's that comfortable, and you don't even feel that it's on your hip. So that's kind of like where I'm at right now as far as a Bodyguard.
You have multiple guns, so it's like you have those,
and there's options, right?
It's like you have something else nearby.
Listen,
right?
It's just like men and women. Women have options with purses, men have options with sneakers. We should also have options with carry guns too. Get the right holsters. There's a ton of holster companies out there that are making really cool stuff, Kydex, leather, all that good stuff. Have yourself some options. But, anytime I went back into the subcompact world, that Bodyguard it just hits different, man. There's no other words for it besides it hits different.
What about the regular versus the comp?
Personal preference, really.
Is it that much different?
The Bodyguard 2.0 that's comped, it makes a huge difference as far as taking that little snap out of the recoil. But if you got a strong grip, you got a good shooting posture, your ergonomics are good. I mean, if you know how to handle recoil, you can mitigate anything, and anything is comfortable to shoot. You just get used to it, Once it gets into, the female world or, the older generation or something like that, their wrists aren't as strong or whatever, I strongly suggest comped guns because it eliminates a lot of that recoil. So it'll help you shoot better and easier, and it'll be easier on your wrists and stuff too. So what else we got here? When will you start selling AOWs? We are in the process of getting all that stuff together now. So we will be doing AOWs this year soon and very, very shortly for sure. I'm looking to get into some distance shooting. What's a good bolt platform and caliper to start with? So distance shooting, you can start at general bolt action stuff. You can get into the 308 guns, the 6.5 Creedmoor guns. Ruger American makes a cool line with a bunch of different calibers and everything to like a 300 Blackout 7.62 by 39. So there's a ton of calibers to get in there. New Jersey, I think the longest range that we have in New Jersey that is at a private membership, I believe, is Central New Jersey Rifle and Pistol Club, and I think they have a 400-yard high power. The general public range, I believe, is range 14, which should be 200 yards. And I know there's another private range somewhere down South Jersey, I heard, is anywhere between 600 to 800 yards, but I don't know, and I'm not 100% sure on that. I know Griffin and Howe up in Andover, they got a beautiful facility, and I think they have an 1,100-yard range. But you have to be a member there. That is top of the line. Probably my favorite gun club in all of the country is Griffin and Howe. It's a beautiful facility. If you haven't gone there, next time they have an event, go check them out, dude. They're out of this world. But yeah, that's it. There's so much cool stuff coming out here from SC Arms. Stay tuned. If you haven't subbed to our channel, make sure you click subscribe now. Follow us on all social media platforms, especially Instagram, because we are active on there all the time.
And great questions on the videos on Instagram.
Yeah,
and
comment
stuff.
if you need stuff, comment questions, don't feel free. Feel free to just, reach out to us in general. We're going to be doing a lot of really, really cool stuff. Let's answer this last question by John. SIG 365, Hellcat, Bodyguard 2.0, how would you compare? Each one is different, right? I got big mitts. My hands are big. I usually go by comfort, size, ease of use, and grip texture too. I don't personally like the grip texture on a 365 or Hellcat. I like the texture on the Bodyguard 2.0. It's got that little bit of a grittier feel to it. But that grittiness always isn't the best, because if you're concealed carrying, that gritty grip can shave your skin a little bit on the side or appendix or whatever. So it can get uncomfortable, but I usually wrap my grips, doesn't matter what it is, in like a tactical wrap or like a bandage style, camo wrap, regardless. And that eliminates that grittiness feel in the grip, especially when you're concealed carrying. But it all comes down to, John, personal preference and what you're comfortable with. And I strongly suggest renting those three and see which one you're going to shoot with, because everybody mitigates and handles firearms differently. Every person is different. So, but that's it. We're going to hop off. Make sure you sub to the channel. Stay tuned. We're going to be doing a lot of cool stuff. SC Arms is here. We are going to be bringing the noise. We're going to be bringing a lot of cool stuff and a lot of positivity in Jamesburg, New Jersey. All right. Stay tuned. SC Arms, baby.